Welcome. So, I am almost ready for bed. I've got a little nightcap there, and I've taken off my makeup, so I apologize for that, but you know what? I don't care. This is BookTube, and everyone's amazing on BookTube, so I know that you guys are going to still accept me. But I wanted to jump on here and kind of discuss my current reads. I also want to talk to you about like what my kids are reading, because that's just so exciting to me. But anyways, the first book that I'm reading, I'm still reading, I've mentioned it before, but it is The Greek Mist. I find myself picking this up when I suffer from insomnia. When I'm laying in bed, I'm wide awake, and I just cannot fall asleep. So I just pick this up, and it usually puts me to sleep after about 15 pages. So yeah, I'm still reading that. The next book that I'm reading is the one that I talked about in my TBR video. It's Generation Kill. This is a book that I borrowed from my friend at his request. And I'm on chapter 3. So this book is actually interesting, and I went into this not thinking I was going to like it. I know it's still soon, chapter 3, but I can understand why they turned this into a TV show, because there's just so much going on, and so like the characters, the character building is so interesting. Like I'm getting wrapped up in these guys. So yeah, that's the book that I'm reading. Also, I wanted to mention that so this book has a lot of terminology in it that I don't understand. Some of it I do, like I knew what a Humvee was, but there's other things in here that I don't know. So I have picked up a journal that I had on my bookshelf. I collect journals too. So I don't want to write in this book because it's not mine. So I picked up this book, but the funny thing is, look what it says. And look what the book is that I'm reading. It's kind of an oxymoron, but yeah, I'm using this to kind of write down my thoughts, questions from each chapter. I'm labeling the page numbers, and I'm going to refer to these when I'm asking my friend questions. I've been texting him, periodically as I'm reading any of my questions, and then these are like just quotes that I really like, that I think that are beautiful, and things that I want to discuss maybe in a future review of the book with Patrick. So yeah, that's another book that I'm reading. I went to, well, we'll discuss that in a minute. This one, I'm rereading obviously, but the kids have expressed that they wanted to read this because my best friend and my other best friend Kayla and I have decided that we're going to go to Universal next year, and we're going to take the kids with us. So they are huge fans of Harry Potter, but they haven't read the books. They're 6 and 7, about to turn 7 and 8 in a few short months. So they're just at the perfect age, I think, to start these. When these books came out, I was in the 5th grade. I feel like younger reading levels could start these. So I read these to them every night. We try to get through a chapter per night, but usually it results in one of them falling asleep or both of them falling asleep after 10 pages. It's kind of funny though, because if one falls asleep before the other one, and I notice it, I'm like, okay, well, I can't read anymore. And they're like, why? Keep reading. I want you to keep reading. And I'm like, it's not fair. And they're like, well, it's not fair. And then they just roll over and go to sleep. So yeah, exciting. And then I wanted to show you the cute little book clip that goes with it. Isn't it cute? Hey. Alright, enough of that. So, after school today, when the girls got off the bus, my youngest expressed that she wanted to go to the library. So, we went to the library. And I had a specific book in mind as I was driving there that I wanted to pick up. I had mentioned Stephen King somewhere in a conversation or on here or something, and it just got me thinking about the Stephen King books that I've read, and this one in particular was fantastic. I read this over 13 years ago. It's Desperation, and it's horror obviously, but it's got a hint of God in it, and if I remember correctly, I believe this is one of the novels that he wrote shortly after his sobriety began. So he was sober when he wrote this. And yeah, it's a great, great read. Look how thick it is. I just love it. I just love it. So yeah, 13 years ago. It's going to be interesting to see how I feel reading it now. I'm sure that I'm going to feel quite different because I'm a different person now than I was versus like sophomore or junior year whenever I read it. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Now, on to what the girls picked up. So, my oldest just picked up one, and we have been talking about getting the series on Amazon, the Goosebumps series, because the girls are just interested at this point in everything and anything that I did at their age. So whenever I told them that these books were the books that kind of got me into reading, they were like, Mommy, we want to read them too. So yeah, the entire series, I believe, is like close to $300, but there's over 60 books, I believe, in the original series. Now, the library did not have the original, but they had the Horrorland series. So my daughter just looked at the covers and she picked up this one, which is really cool. Which one is this? The Scream of the Haunted Mask. So yeah, we're excited for that one. And then my youngest, the real go-getter girl, she picked up 3 books. First one is Aladdin. She said this is her favorite princess story, and Jasmine's her favorite princess, so naturally she wanted that one. Then she got a Christmas book, because it is December. Santa's Little Helper Travels the World. So she got that one, and then she got this one, Why Do You Cry? Not sure what it's about. It says not a sob story, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, those are all the books that we got at the library, and picked up some bookmarks. Also realized that my local public library is celebrating their 200-year anniversary, so shout out Jefferson County Public Library. And yeah, I think that's everything for this video. So again, I apologize for my appearance, but I have cooked dinner, cleaned, and put my girls in the shower, and now I'm just tired and I'm ready to lay down, cuddle up with my reading socks, and get to reading after I put them to bed. So yeah, cheers, and thank you for watching my video.